Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing on the topic Fibonacci using DP, right? So see here, Fibonacci DP, we have already considered the same example for the memoization as well as the tabulation. So I'll not, so let's not go with a dry run. I'll just explain the algorithm and run the code directly for this particular one, right? So this is fine. Let's get into the definition part. First, what it states here, definition part, Fibonacci using DP computes the nth Fibonacci number by storing the results of smaller subproblems so that each value is calculated once. Each value is calculated exactly once. This is nothing but bottom-up DP. So we'll be going with the tabulation rather than the memoization, meaning we'll be going with the iteration in simple terms. So it eliminates repeated recursive calls by building the solution from the base cases upward. Again, what it does, it eliminates the repeated recursive calls by building the solution from the base cases upward, nothing but bottom up, right? So the one which is present at the last cell, the number or the value that is present at the last cell is considered as the output. We have seen this one already in the tabulation, the same example. Yep. So let's move on with the iteration, algorithm explanation. So Fibonacci follows f of n equals f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2. This we know. Yep. So we'll be storing the result accordingly with the algorithm. It stores the results in the DP array just to avoid the recomputation. Yep. So then we'll start from the base cases, either 0 and 1. Initially, Fibonacci of 0 is 0 and Fibonacci of 1 is 1, right? So we'll start from the base cases 0 and 1 and build up to n. Yep, that's what we'll be doing, right? So let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code. So within the main method, first thing, I'll just go with a simple example, n equals 7. Yeah, so this is fine. Next, so let's go with the DP array because we have to store the Fibonacci values from 0 to n. So for that, we have to maintain the DP. So I'll just go with DP here. So this one will be new int of n plus 1. So this is fine. Next, what we'll be doing, let's go with a base case. Nothing but Fibonacci of 0 is 0 and Fibonacci of 1 is 1. So I'll just go with DP of 0 equals 0 and DP of 1. So this one will be equivalent to 1. So this is fine. Next, what we'll be doing, so we will loop from 2 to n. Let's loop from 2 to n. Right, so I'll just go with int I equals to 2, I less than n. So let me go with I plus plus. So we have to go with I less than or equal to n, right? So or else we'll be getting the wrong output. So within the for loop, first thing that we have to do is we have to write the Fibonacci relation using the DP. So this one we know. So we have in the same thing, right? So we are going with the same thing. Now, so this one will be DP of n minus 1 plus DP of n minus 2. It's as simple as that. Yep. So we are done with this part. So what happened here? Why this is screaming? Second duplicated code fragment. So this one is fine. Anyways, this is fine. We can just ignore that part. So finally, we are done with the algorithm almost. All we have to do is we have to print the n Fibonacci number. For that, I'll just go with s out, right? System out println. So let me pass dp of n here. So this is it for the algo. Let me format the code one so that the code looks good. Yep. So I'll not dry run for this. We have already done that one dry run actually for the same in the memoization as well as the tabulation example. You can just check that if you really want the dry run part actually. Yep. So this is fine. Now let's run the code. So the output that we need to get here is I think Fibonacci of 6 is 13. Then so we are going with a 7, right? Fibonacci of 6 is 8. Fibonacci of 7 is 13, I believe. We have to get the output 13, I think. So let me run the code. Let's see. 1 second. Yeah. So here you can clearly see n equals 6 I have considered or 7. For the 7, we have to get 13, right? So did I write anything wrong here? Okay. So this one has to be I minus 1. So we are going with the iteration. We don't have to mention n here, right? So this one, let me run this one again. So this was the mistake, I believe. So now you can clearly see here, we are getting the output 13, right? Rather than 8, we are getting the output 13. Now it's correct actually. Yep. So this is it for the algo. Yep. So this is it for the algo. Let's discuss the complexities for the code that we have written. See, what will be the time complexity here? The time complexity would lead to big O of n. Why it's big O of n? Because each Fibonacci number that we consider is computed once. We know this. Yep. And what would be the space complexity? Space complexity would lead to big O of n as well, because we are going with the extra DP array that is used to store the results. So this one, line number 18, this one. Yeah, we're just going with the extra DP array that is used to store the results. So overall space complexity would lead to big of n as well, right? So this is it for the, what do we call, algorithm, right? So next, what we are going to do, let's do one thing. Let's discuss the 0 1 knapsack algo next, right? So we have so many things. 0 1 knapsack, unbounded knapsack. Yeah. So next we'll be discussing 0 1 knapsack algorithm, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.